Well, the trade deadline has come and gone, and the Los Angeles Rams were content not making any trades today. That's okay. The Rams are a good team. However, they did make one sneaky under the radar signing that Ram fans will care a lot about. The Rams signed long snapper Jake McQuaide to their practice squad. Now, that's not a new name for Ram fans. And well, let me read a bit of this article. I'm going to talk about what Sean McVay said in his press conference yesterday, because this video is talking all about the Rams' biggest concern right now. And truthfully, there's not a ton of concerns. The Rams are sitting, in the thick of a playoff race. They still have a chance at the number one seed. They have a chance at the NFC West title. There's a lot of things to love about what the Rams are doing right now on defense, offense, and special teams to a degree. But no, everyone knows, if you're a Rams fan, the kicking operation is a concern. And we'll talk about that in this video here. So feel free to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. So the story starts with the Rams signing long snapper Jake McQuaide. The Rams on Tuesday signed long snapper Jake McQuaide to their practice squad. He's a veteran. He's 37 years young, spent the 2024 season playing 7 games for 2 different teams, 4 with the Vikings, 3 with the Dolphins, and he had a brief stint on the Bears practice squad. The Ohio State product and 14-year NFL veteran originally entered the league as an undrafted free agent signed by the Rams in 2011. Spending his first 10 seasons with the Rams franchise, he earned 2 Pro Bowl nods during that span. To make room for McQuaide, the Rams terminated offensive lineman Wyatt Bowles from the practice squad. So this would lead me to believe this is a move of potentially replacing long snapper Alex Ward. But before we speculate too much, and again, this is pure speculation, I want to go to Sean McVay's press conference from Monday. All right. And so let me share this tab here, because sharing is caring. And he's asked about the kicking operation.
Of clarity from last night. I know you said you have confidence in Josh Karty. Will that preclude you from working out another kicker this week?
There's a lot of things that we're going to look into. That's kind of what's occupied the majority of the morning, is figuring out, okay, hey, what are the best courses of action for us to be able to have some more tangible examples of, getting this operation in the direction that we want. And I hold true to the belief and the confidence I have in Josh. But we're evaluating all parts of, where we go with this operation. And I think you guys will see, as we're continuously working through that, conversations between Chase, Coach Kotwika, Les, our group as a whole, it's all geared towards solution-oriented moves and decisions that help us be more consistent in the overall operation of that, going through the uprights with our field goal operation. And so whatever we think is going to be best, you'll see that reflected in the decisions. And then I think once we reconnect on Wednesday, after we're able to kind of make some of those decisions and coinciding moves or different things like that, that'll be able to allow me to provide some more tangible dialogue for you guys as far as what we decided, where we're headed, and what's ultimately going to be in alignment with trying to be able to get this thing solved, which is my only goal. And I know we're collectively in alignment.
And I appreciate Sean McVay being very upfront of this is an issue that's got to get addressed. The reality is, this kicking issue has cost the Rams games. It has it's cost them points in vital situations, right? What's concerning is not just the field goal misses, but the field goal blocks as well, right? And so I know that some Ram fans have said, like, okay, get a new kicker. Joshua Karty is not the answer. Other Ram fans have speculated it's a kicking operation. Getting rid of Karty has no benefit to it. We got to fix the blocking. We got to fix, the hole, the long snap, things like that. It's actually more concerning to me if this is an entire, unit problem that doesn't seem to be getting fixed, right? And you can't be a top tier team if this is a concern that's just going to continue to be prevalent all season long, right? If you go into the playoff, and you're worried about missing an extra point. I mean, like a long 50-plus yard field goal is one thing, but if you can't make an extra point consistently, and like if your fans have to have defibrillator, not just your fans, your coaches, your players have to have defibrillators on standby because they're worried they're not going to make a kick, something's got to be done. So wish this would have gotten sorted out in the bye week for sure. But I think that this is, what the Rams got to have to do moving forward, right? Because realistically, you can't replace an entire kicking operation unit in the middle of the season. I guess you could, but yeah, like then you're starting from square one, right? Like, so this is going to be a big test for this, Rams coaching staff, Chase Blackburn, the Rams special teams coordinator. These are vital weeks. There needs to be improvement from this unit, and not just improvement. Like they got to make some kicks, and not just extra points, but like let's see a 50-yarder, let's see a 60-yarder. When we see kickers around the league having a historic kicking season with the new rules around the kicking balls and how you can kind of break them in, you see Cam Little on the Jags breaking NFL records, and I don't need that. As cool as that would be, I don't need that from Joshua Karty. But making a 50-yarder consistently, making an extra point consistently, absolutely. In a year where kicking around the NFL is going to new heights, the Rams seem to be in a state of not being able to adapt, not being able to make a kick consistently. And so that's the concern here for sure. I have every faith in the Rams' ability to figure this out because they are good coaching staff. They are, they do have talented players. And I have faith in Joshua Karty. He's been a successful kicker before. And though he's had growing pains like any, young player or kicker would have, he has an opportunity here to become a fantastic kicker, but he's got to not get the yips. He's got to rise to the occasion. He's got to trust his line to block, and his line has to block. And the whole operation has to have that trust with each other. And right now, I'm not sure they do. So anyway, those are my thoughts off the top of my head. I would love to hear yours. I appreciate that this is something that is correctable, in my opinion. I'm not a kicking expert by any means, but when I look at other teams that have kicking issues and things like that, sometimes it is as simple as moving on from one kicker to get to a next one. But from what I gather from Sean McVay's comments, it's deeper than that. And this isn't just a kicker issue. This is a kicking operation issue. And that's the real concern here. So let me know your thoughts in the comment below. I look forward to chatting with you. Feel free to like and subscribe. We're on the road to 5K, but I would love to know your thoughts on this. To me, this is the number one concern right now. If you're a Rams fan and you have hope of maybe winning the Super Bowl this year, you got to get this fixed. Anyway, as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woo!
Thank you very much.